Is it audible now? पहले यही नहीं हो रहा था ना, ये जो मूवमेंट नहीं हो रहा था. Is it audible? Audible, audible, audible. Audible now? Yes. पहले यही नहीं हो रहा था ना, ये जो ठीक है, डन. Thank you. All right, all right. Yes, so I am back. I am back. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's start again. Welcome to yet another power packed session. And I already told you that this is not a SUPR. By mistake, we have written SUPR, but this is a REAP oriented session, REAP, wherein a lot of questions you will see from which topic? From mathematics. From which subject? Mathematics. We are going to cover mathematics portion in REAP syllabus, okay? In REAP section, okay? And yes, I just wanted to tell you one more thing, that this session was about to happen in the morning, right? 11 a.m. But I was not feeling well because I'm suffering from stomach infection. I don't know why it happened to me, but yeah, that's why I was keeping on rescheduling the session. But anyway, we are going to start. But before I start, I have one more information to share, which is this. So one mega event is going to happen on 1st May, 12 p.m. Okay. So Vidya Utsav, the details are given in the description box. You can just go ahead and check. So this is going to be a very, very amazing event, right? Lots of surprises and reveals, fun activities will be there. So yes, that's about it. So yes, I guess we are going to 1200 is lent out at 5% per annum. Simple interest for 3 years. Find the amount after 3 years. Okay, amount after 3 years. Very easy question. Very easy question. So it is like class 10 question over here. So which is like, you know that simple interest is what? PRT upon 100, right? And your amount is nothing but principal plus interest. Okay. So simple interest they are talking about for 3 years. That means time is 3 years. 5% is the rate, so principal is 1200. 1200 into 5% rate, time is 3 years upon 100. Can you see this is 12 into 15, which is going to be 180. So 180 would be the simple interest. What was the amount? Amount was 1200. It is given. So 1200 plus 180. Right, 1200 plus 180 will be the final amount after 3 years. That is going to be 1380. Okay, 1380. All right. Yes, this question is easy. First question we will do after we are done with everything. Okay. Let us move on to the next problem. This is from physics actually, right? Basics of physics. A 700 meter long train. A train 700 meter long is running at 72 km per hour. Okay. Can you see the discrepancy in the units? Very easy question. Okay. Simple interest is there in your syllabus, Abhijit. It's there in your syllabus. Okay, if you go and Shreya sir has made a video what is there in your syllabus. So it is there in your REAP schedule, right? REAP section. So they can ask anything related to aptitude. It is there in aptitude, okay? So 72 km per hour, 72 into 5 upon 18 is how we convert the units. So this is meter per second. So this is 20. So 20 meter per second is the speed of the train, okay, and it crosses the tunnel in 1 minute, that is in 60 seconds. Length of tunnel, let us assume length of tunnel is x, okay. So to actually cross a tunnel, train has to cover distance which will be equal to, so distance will be equal to 700 plus length of the tunnel, right? So if we are crossing something, so we need to cover the distance of train, the length of the train and the distance and the length of the tunnel, both. Length of the train plus length of the tunnel is the distance the train has to cover. So this is distance. What is your speed? Who is going to tell me? So 20 meter per second. And what is the time? So this is 60 seconds. So speed is equals to distance is what? 700 plus x. And speed into time we have to multiply over here. So clearly 1200 minus 700 is equals to x. X is going to be 500 is absolutely right. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Clear? Right? So you don't have to subtract it. Please realize, obviously, if I'm crossing it, so if I'm at the starting point, crossing means that I have crossed it completely. My end point is at the beginning of that tunnel, right? So we have to cover the length of the train, that is first thing, and we have to cover the length of the tunnel as well. So that's why we are adding it. So relative distance, we can say. All right, next question, I guess you are going to, yeah, I guess somebody is giving me answer for the very first question. Okay, so yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, the last step I was not able to articulate. Okay, so we'll do it in the end. Okay, the value of log of p by q plus log of q by r plus log of r by p is what we are looking for. So very easy. Who is going to tell me? I'm not going to solve. Let us see how many of you can answer it. And also, if you have not liked the session on this note and on this question, you can just right away like this session. Okay, all right. Yes. DDD, yes. So log of x, we are going to apply property log a plus log b plus log c is equals to log a into b into c, right? So QQ cancel, PP cancel, RR cancel. So log 1 to the base x. So log 1 is always 0. So option D is absolutely right. Yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Next question on your screen. Let us do it sequence and series. This is from sequence and series. Let A be the first term of a geometric progression and L be the nth term and P be the product of first and term. So P we are looking for, okay. So first term is A, L is the nth term. What is L? A r raised to power n minus 1. Okay. So we need A. What we need is common ratio. If I have first term and if I have common ratio, then I can just right away calculate anything and everything. Yes. So let us calculate R. This is what I want. L upon A raised to power 1 upon n minus 1 will give me R, right? Yes. Because L upon A is equals to R raised to power 1 minus n. Can you see this? Till now it is clear? Okay. And now this n minus 1, this power will go towards the left, but it will actually become 1 upon n minus 1. So this is your R. Okay. Now what we are looking for is product of first n term. So first term, second term, third term and last term, nth term. So A, how many times you can clearly see A? So A raised to power n is there. Okay, what about R? R raised to power 1 से लेके n minus 1. So A raised to power n, R raised to power n minus 1, n upon 2. Now we can plug in the value of R which we have calculated from here. So A raised to power n is already here and R is nothing but L upon A, 1 upon n minus 1 and n minus 1 by 2. N minus 1 cancel. So this is going to be A raised to power n, this L, right? And this is what? N by 2. A raised to power n by 2 and L raised to power also n by 2. So A raised to power n upon A raised to power n by 2 will be A raised to power n by 2, L raised to power n by 2, and this is going to be option A. Okay, all right, yes. but there is a shortcut as well, right? So this is the whole procedure I have told you, but we have a shortcut as well. The shortcut says that the product is nothing but geometric mean of first and last term. So first term is A, last term is L. What is geometric mean? Square root raised to power n, right? Geometric mean raised to power n will give you product of the terms, okay? Product of the terms. So A into L, right? A into L, square root raised to power n, right? And this is square root is what? N by 2. So this is the shortcut which you can apply over here, okay? Let us move on to the next problem. Yes. Standard deviation, problem from probability and standard deviation, right? So if the standard deviation of the random variable x, standard deviation. So you know what standard deviation is? What? This is your standard deviation, right? You know. And yeah, which is, oops. This is actually your standard deviation. Minus mean, yes. Minus mean, okay. So you know that. Sigma square is your standard deviation. So square of mean of squares minus square of mean. Mean of squares minus square of mean. Yes. This is your standard deviation, right? And what you are looking for is Ex square, right? Mean of square. So this is your Ex square minus square of mean. What is mean? Mean. So mean is 3p. So square of mean means what? 3p whole square, right? And this is your standard deviation, which is nothing but this. This is your standard deviation, right? Standard deviation is what they are giving as root 3pq, okay? So standard deviation is root 3pq. So variance will be, so over here 3pq, right? This is your standard deviation. What is variance? Variance will be 3pq. So variance will be equals to mean of squares minus square of mean. So this is what we have done. So 3pq plus 9p square is equals to this. 3pq plus 9p square is coming out as this. And now this q. Because can you see the answers are not involving q, especially these three, right? These two, okay, involving, okay. But right now none of my answer is matching with anyone. So what we will do is we'll be replacing this q. So 3p, 1 minus p plus 9p square. So this is 3p minus 3p square plus 9p square is equals to this. And what you're going to get is 3p plus 6p square is your final answer. If you take out 3p common, you are going to get 1 plus 2p. So this is your option B, right? One more time, let me just explain, because this topic is actually deleted topic from JEE Main, right? Random variable, mean and variance related to random variable. So first of all, this is the main thing from statistics, that sigma square, that means square of standard deviation, is nothing but mean of squares minus square of mean. Okay, mean of squares is nothing but this. This is your mean of squares. Mean of squares, right? And this is square of mean, that means 3p square. This is sorted, I guess. And yeah, so this is sigma square. So standard deviation they have given. If you square standard deviation, you get variance. So 3pq is equals to this. Now you just have to shift this towards the left hand side and plug in the value of q so that you get the final answer. Okay, all right, yes. How q is equals to 1 minus p, ma'am? Because q plus p is equals to 1. What is p and q? P is the probability of success and q is the probability of failure, right? P is the probability of success and q is the probability of failure, remember? So P is success, Q is failure. Failure plus success probability should be 1, right? This is the concept, okay? All right. Now, Let us move on to the next question, which is from probability. If 3 dices are thrown, then the probability that sum of the numbers on their uppermost faces to be at least 5 is. Okay, so 3 dices are thrown, then the probability that sum of the numbers. Okay, so what they are, at least 5. Okay. So 3 dice if I throw, just tell me one thing. If 3 dice if I throw, minimum what I can get is 1 plus 1 plus 1, and maximum I can get is 6 plus 6 plus 6, that is 18 and 3. Sum, I am talking about sum. So sum is this, minimum and maximum, right? Okay. So at least 5 means what? That I have to calculate the probability of 5, then the probability of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. This is going to be very difficult, right? I am not a fool. I don't want to calculate that. Rather than what we will do is, so at least probability of at least 5 is equals to 1 minus probability of getting 3, probability of getting 3, right? Minimum 3 plus probability of getting 4. That's it. Are you getting my point? Right? So at least 5, just reverse it. So at least 5, the reversal of at least 5 is what? The sum less than 5, right? So 1 minus probability of sum less than 5. Now less than 5 is having only 2 options, 3 and 4. I cannot get 1, I cannot get 0, I cannot get 2 or when 3 dices are thrown. So only these 3 I have to figure out. So 1 minus probability of at least 3, probability of 3. So 1 comma 1 comma 1 is P3. So 1 by 2, 1, 6. And what about probability of getting 4? So 2 comma 1 comma 1. Then we have 1 comma 2 comma 1. Then we have 1 comma 1 comma 2. That means 3 by 2, 1, 6. Overall, we are going to get 4 upon 2, 1, 6, which is 1 upon 54. Right? Yes or no? 4 ones are 4, 4 fives are 20. Yes, 1 upon 54. So this is going to be 53 upon 54 as the final answer. Can I get it? Yes, 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 definitely, absolutely. Right? Okay. Right? So what? Understand, okay. Now there are some people who are not understanding this concept. Ma'am, how come at least 5 is, at least 5 means what? Minimum 5. What is the reciprocal or the reversal of it? Is sum less than 5. Now some of you are not able to understand this, that how did I wrote this, okay? Let me just explain you with the help of normal example, okay? So yes. So yes. So probability of at least 1 is equals to 1 minus probability of none. This is very important. If you understand this, then you will be able to understand this. Probability of getting at least 1, any at least 1 is equals to 1 minus probability of none. Okay. Yeah. So yes. So when I was a kid, and I have explained you this one more time before I remember. So now understand me carefully. You will understand this like anything, okay? So when I was a kid, I used to go to the school early morning like you all do, okay? And then when I was like, when I used to wake up very late previous night, so I used to get up very late again. So everything was chaotic. I was not able to have breakfast, I was not able to have bath properly, not brush my teeth properly because there was a less time and school bus is there. 7 o'clock school bus will be there. So what I used to do is I used to prioritize that, okay, I get ready on the time, I bath properly, and I used to skip breakfast. And my mom used to make super duper aloo parathas. My mom used to make very nice aloo parathas. So what I used to do was, I used to skip breakfast, I used to hold my bag and I used to go to the rush to the school bus. My mom used to shout, have at least 1 paratha, Namrata. At least 1 paratha you can have, right? Have at least 1 paratha. So what actually I was doing is I was doing reverse of at least 1. I was actually having no paratha. So reverse, probability of none plus probability of at least 1 should be equals to 1. These two are reciprocal of each other, right? I was doing something absolutely reverse. That's why she said, ki, okay, at least 1. Have at least 1. And what I was doing is completely opposite to it. I was having no paratha. Okay, all right. Clear? Right? So that's why these two are opposite to each other. Same. Now at least 5. At least 5 means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is the opposite of this? 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 5 means what? 5, 6, 7 and so on. What is opposite of it? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. But 1 and 2 I cannot get. If I throw 3 dice, minimum I should get 3. So this wrong. 3, 4. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Now we are heading towards case study based problems. Right. So let us quickly have a look at this case study. An architect designs a building for multinational company. The floor consists of a rectangular region with semicircular ends. Okay. So what happens if you can see around that your room is either rectangle or square? But right now what is happening in a few luxurious buildings or in a multinational company, they feel that okay, rectangle is boring. What we can do is we can make a square out of, we can make a round out of it, or rectangular followed by this. So this type of flooring, can you see this type of flooring will give you an extra oomph factor, wow factor. So this is the floor design, okay, right? And what they are saying is perimeter is 200 meter. So perimeter is given as 200 meter. Perimeter can I calculate? Perimeter will be x plus x. So 2x plus this and this. That is 2 semicircle circumference means what? 1 circle circumference. So 2 pi radius of the circle is what? Y by 2. And that will be equals to 200. So this is 2x plus pi y is equals to 200. This is my equation. Relation between x and y also you can say. Now based on the above information, we have to answer the following questions. Okay. So yes, what they are saying is x and y represent length and breadth of the rectangular region. Okay, I have already checked through the diagram. Then relation between the variable. Okay, I have already calculated this. Hai na? We have already calculated 2x plus pi y is equals to 200. So 2x plus pi y is equals to 200. That means option B is absolutely right. Okay, now the area of rectangular region A expressed as function of x. So area is what we are looking for, but which area? Only rectangular area. So area will be what? Length into breadth, x into y, right? And now this y can be replaced. So area will be x times this y will be what? 200 minus 2x upon pi. Now 2 can be taken out. So this is going to be 2x upon pi 100 minus x. This is your area. Or what you can do is this x you can multiply it right away. So 2 by pi 100x minus x square. This is your area, right? So 2, okay. 2 by pi 100x minus x square. 2 by pi 100x minus x square. Option A is absolutely matching, right? So what you have to do is we have to just read the question nicely, paragraph nicely, understand, infer the information, and one by one quickly tick the answers, okay? The maximum value of area A they are asking about. So this is a calculus based question. Maximum of area of this. So 2 by pi 100x minus x square. So this is your area. So let us mark it as A. Now dA by dx should be equals to 0 for maximum area. So what does that mean? This derivative should be equals to 0. So 100 minus 2x should be equals to 0. X equals to 50 will give me the correct answer. The moment I put x equals to 50, area will become maximum. So this is going to be 100 into 50 minus 50 square, and 2 by pi is already there. So this is going to be 50 square. So 5000 minus 2500. And we have 2 upon pi. So this is going to be 5000 upon pi, area, आंसर है 5000 upon pi. Option C absolutely right. Yes. Clear? All right. Yes. So another case study based question we are having. This is based on probability. Okay. So in an office, 3 employees, Vinay, Sonia and Iqbal, process incoming copies in a certain form. Okay. So basically there is an office. So 4 people are there. Kya? 4. Vinay, Sonia and Iqbal. Okay. Only 3 are there. Okay. Vinay, Sonia and Iqbal. All right. Vinay processes 50% of the forms. Sonia processes 20% and Iqbal processes remaining 30%. Okay. Vinay has an error rate of 0.06. Sonia has an error rate of 0.04 and Iqbal is having error rate of 0.03. Okay. Based on this information, we have to figure out this. Okay. All right. Now, first question. First of all. Basically, I understood very nicely that these 3 events which are happening over here, that means the probability of making an error or event of making an error of Iqbal, Vinay and Sonia are independent of each other. Suppose if I am making an error, it is very independent thing. So these 3 things are independent. Let us understand this. Now, conditional probability that an error is committed in processing given that Sonia processed the form. Right? So error has happened given that it is happened by Sonia. So conditional probability is what? Probability of E intersection S upon probability of S. Okay? Probability of E intersection S upon probability of S. All right. So basically that an error committed in the processing given that Sonia processed the form. So over here probability of basically Sonia has processed and event has happened. So basically Sonia का कहाँ है? So Sonia का क्या error rate है? Sonia has an 0.04. So basically the final answer will be 0.04 only. Direct, because the events are independent events. Okay. So conditional probability that an error is committed in the processing given that Sonia processed the form. Right. So because it is a conditional probability, 0.04 is the answer. Okay. Easy peasy. Right. Okay. Now next 2 questions one by one. In one go we will do. The probability that Sonia processed the form and committed an error. Okay. The probability that Sonia processed the form. So can we just go back? Sonia के process करने की probability is 20%. So probability of Sonia 20% and making an error is 0.04. Right? The probability Sonia processed the form and means multiplication, committed an error. Error committing probability is what? 0.04 as per the question. So this is your answer. Right? So this is going to be 0.008. All right, option C is absolutely right. Easy. Right? The total probability of committing an error in processing the form. Total probability. Okay. That means what they want is error should be committed. Whether it is done by Iqbal or Sonia or Vinay doesn't matter. So we have to add all the probabilities, right? So yes, 50 multiply 0.6. So 50, 0.6. So first of all, let us assume that Vinay has processed the form and it has committed the mistake. Plus Sonia has done that. Multiply, it has committed the error. Plus last Iqbal has done it and the probability of Iqbal is what? 0.03. So 0.03, right? Now this is, if you solve it, what do you get? So this is 0.03 plus this is 0.008 and this is plus 0.009. So this is going to be 0.03 plus 0.017. So this is going to be 0.047. So option B. B. Can I see in the chat box? How many of you are saying B? Okay. All right. Done. Okay, last. Last, the manager of a company wants to do a quality check. During inspection, he selects a form at random from the day's output of the processed forms. If the form is selected at random, it has an error that the probability of the form that is not processed by Vinay. Okay, not processed by Vinay. So this is a clear-cut question of Bayes theorem with a little bit twist. What is the twist? Not processed by Vinay. So what we will do is, we will solve it with the help of Bayes theorem and we will calculate the probability that it is processed by Vinay. Probability that it is processed by Vinay, okay? That the form is not processed. Now we are calculating it if it is processed by Vinay. So that is going to be 50 by 100 multiply 0.04. This is your Vinay's probability of committing an error, 0.04. Then we have 20 by 100 into, sorry, this is 0.06. Vinay ka 0.06 hai na? Vinay's data is 0.06, okay? And then this is Sonia's. So Sonia ka 20 by 100 into 0.04, right? Selecting a form and committing an error, and 30 by 100 into 0.03 is your Iqbal's. And what we are looking for is Vinay's, that it is processed by Vinay. That means 50 by 100 into 0.06. So this is actually going to be 0.03, right? Upon 0.03 plus 0.008 plus 0.009. So this is going to be 0.03 plus 0.047. So this is going to be 30 upon 47. This is form processed by Vinay. But from not processed by Vinay will be what? 1 minus will be the answer, right? So this is going to be 17 by 47 will be the correct answer. 17 by 47 is option D. Option D, right? Not this. Why? Because what we have, can you see, not processed by Vinay. What we did is Vinay's probability. So first we are going to calculate Vinay's probability and then 1 minus it. Okay, or else. One more thing you can just think about. Okay, ma'am, if it is not processed by Vinay, then what we can do is, we can just think about favorable. In the numerator, we will write Sonia's and Iqbal's. So that is going to be 0.008 plus 0.009, right? Rest of the two probability upon 0.003, 0.03 plus 0.008 plus 0.009. So this is going to be 0.17 upon 0.47. 0.17047. So 17 by 47. Are you getting my point, what I'm trying to say? Right? Right? So over here, either you calculate Vinay's probability and then 1 minus Vinay's probability will give you not Vinay's probability. Or what you can do, if it is not processed by Vinay, what are the two other options? Either Sonia or Iqbal. So not Vinay means Sonia plus Iqbal upon Vinay plus Sonia plus Iqbal. That's it. Right? Okay. All right. Next, last thing over here. Can you see? Let A be the event of committing an error in processing the form, and let E1, E2 and E3 be the events that Vinay, Sonia and Iqbal processed the form. The value of this is what we have to figure out. Okay. That means probability of error has done, and probability that Vinay has processed given that error has occurred. Probability that Sonia has processed the form given that error has occurred. Probability of Iqbal has processed the form and error has occurred. Right? This is what they are looking for. So this is actually going to be 1. Right? This is going to be 1. Right? So option D is absolutely right. Okay. How come? Let me show you. Probability of E1 slash A is nothing but this. Vinay, yes. So probability of E1 slash A is 30 by 47 only. Right? 30 by 47. Can you see? So probability of E1, that means Vinay. So 0.008 0.03 upon 0.4047. This is your probability base theorem, complete base theorem, okay? And then probability of what we are looking for is, so this is Vinay. What about Sonia? So probability of Sonia will be 0.008. So 0.008 upon 0.047 plus probability of Iqbal would be 0.009 upon 0.047. If you solve it, what do you get? Again, you're going to get 0.047 upon 0.047, which is going to be 1. So that's why it is 1. Okay? All right. No, Vinay plus Sonia is Iqbal. How come? Vinay plus Sonia plus Iqbal is equals to 1. Right? Yes. Okay. And now let us go back to the very first question. Right? Very first question which we were solving. This was the question, I guess. Hai na? So quickly, one more time we will do it. 4 men and 3 women finish a job in 6 days. Right? So in 1 day. Right? Suppose, so maybe you want to renovate your home, okay? And you want to renovate your home as soon as possible. Obviously, everybody wants to get their job done as soon as possible, especially if it is renovation and all, right? So what you have to do is, if they are saying, okay, we'll do in 6 days and it will require 4 men and 3 women. So what you will do is, no, increase the number of men and women and reduce the number of days. I want it early. So manpower should increase, right? So in 1 day, what will happen is 24 men plus 6 3s are 18 women in 1 day will finish the same job, right? And this will be equals to again the same thing. 5 men and 7 women can do the same job in 4 days. So 5 4s are 20 men plus 4 7s are 28 women will do the same job. Can you see same job? So 4 5s are 20, 7 4s are 28, right? So same job. Now 24 men, 20 men. So if I shift this towards the left hand side, 4 men's job is equal to 10 women's job, right? 4 men. If you require 4 men for the same job, you will require, you have to get 10 women to replace all the men. So 1 man's job is equals to 10 upon 4 women, that is 5 by 2's job, 5 by 2 women. Right? So this is what we have got till now. Now 1 man and 1 woman will take to do the work, right? So watch what kind of job we have to do. So the job which 24 men and 18 women are doing, job, or what we can say, job, work 20 men and 28 women are doing. So either of these two we have to consider. So this is our job, right? 24 men plus 18 women are doing. Now 24 men means what? How many women? 5 by 2 into 24 women, right? So how many women? Can you see? So this is 12 5s are 60, 78 women's job we need to do. We have, the work is 78 women's job, okay? Now how much bandwidth we are having? How much work we are having? So how long will 1 man and 1 woman will take to do the work? So 1 man plus 1 woman will equal to what? What we have. This is our resources, okay? So 1 man plus 1 woman will have, will do basically, so 1 man, 1 woman. So 1 man can be replaced by 5 by 2 plus 1. So how many women? Can you see? So 2, 7 by 2 or 3.5 women, right? Okay. So let me just explain you one more time. What work I have right now? I have a work of 78 women. But I don't have 78 women. How many women I have? Only 3.5 women. Are you getting my point? So in 1 day, this is a 1 day's job. In 1 day, 78 women will finish that work. But I don't have 78 women. So what I have to do is I have to increase the number of days, right? But how many women I have? 3.5 women I have. So 3.5 women, 78 upon 3.5 or we can say 78 upon 7 by 2. 7 by 2 will give you the final answer. So this is going to be 22 into 2 by 7 if you divide. Right? Okay, so this is 78 8 8 16. 714, 15, 156 by 7. Can you see? 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14, 7 2s are 14, 2 by 7. So this is option A. Clear? Now it is clear? Better? Yes? So yes, same job. This 78 women is actually not 78 women. It is a job. Right? This is a job. We are calculating one day. That means 24 men and 18 women. So it is a 24 women. We can say, we say this now. It is not a one man job. It is a 5 men job. So this is actually 24 men plus 18 women is job. Basically the amount of work. We are measuring the amount of work with the help of the manpower. Okay. All right. So 1 day's work is done by 24 men, 18 women. Same. 1 day's work is this. So, 1 man's job, this is not 1 man, 1 man's job is equals to 5 by 2 women's job, right? And this is a job only, job in 1 day. So, we have 78 women work, right? So, if I am doing something and I'll call you, ki I have something to, like I have so much work, I need 10 women, it will take 10 women to finish the work today. So, you will say, no. I don't have 10 women. I have 5 women. So I'll say, okay, 5 women. So what we can do is 10 by 5 to 2 days. That's what we are doing, right? So if I call you, I have a 78 women's job. Please understand. Now please listen one more time. If I have 78 women's job, I'll call you. Please send me 78 women. You will say, no. I don't have 78 women. I have 3.5 women only. So I'll say, okay, then it will be done in 1 day. Then in how many days? 78 upon 3.5 will be the number of days. Okay. All right. Yes. So this was the first question which we were struggling in. All right. Now, so that is all about REAP section. And yeah. So we'll be bringing more session for UGEE. Right, we will be taking more session of UGEE mathematics section because mathematics has slightly higher weightage. So I'll take a few more session for UGEE, and yeah, I am reading your comments, and yes, VIT triple E. Okay, yeah, I am acknowledging it, and we will solve it as soon as we get it. Okay, so now I'll meet you in another section. This is me, Namrata, signing off.